Back on this Sunday morning, Inside Tennessee, Don Bosch, you've known Dwight Tarwater, Justice Tarwater, for quite some time. How important for our viewers who don't understand the workings of the court is this appointment and is this court to the state?
It's incredibly important. It really does serve as the third function equivalent to the governor and the state legislature. In full disclosure, as you said, Justice Tarwater and I have been friends for many, many years. And it's funny, we are cats and dogs lying down together. He is a Republican, I am a Democrat. We have different views, but I will tell you, it sends a message to, a good message to our state, that he was a 100% Democrats and Republicans across the board confirmation. And he is not considered hard right. He's certainly not considered left. But he will be fair, and we should take partisan politics out of the judiciary. And I think Dwight Tarwater, Justice Tarwater, will be an example of that. And I'm excited. We're going to get a Republican nominee. I'm really glad it's my friend and someone who is reasonable and thoughtful, and somebody like Dwight Tarwater.
On the flip side of that, Susan, we saw history made in the state legislature this week on a divisive vote that included 3 Democratic lawmakers who were up to lose their seats. We saw Knoxville Democrat Gloria Johnson retain her seat by 1 vote. What do you make of what's happening in the legislature right now?
Well, you know, I mean, we all watched what happened on that day when the protesters there after the Covenant school shooting in Nashville.
Those Democrats admit they went into the well of the chamber and stood
had a bullhorn.
2 of them exchanged the bullhorn.
Right. I watched the proceedings, and I think we all expected all 3 to be expelled, right? That was sort of what the conversation sounded like was going to happen. I thought Gloria Johnson had a very compelling argument when she was in the well and being questioned. The Republicans kept saying, but didn't you speak? Didn't you pound on the podium? No. She said no. I didn't do any of those things. And so she got 7 votes from Republicans.
Or no votes.
Or I think they actually voted no votes. You know, I mean, they voted no. There were 3 that didn't vote.
Right.
But she got 7 Republicans to vote on her behalf, which now what'll really become interesting from the political side, did those 7 get punished because they didn't vote to expel her? Hopefully no. I think a better move would have been to censure all 3 and move on.
Final thought, 30 seconds.
This is one of the most embarrassing things to happen in our state politically. It has given rocket fuel to the Democrats on the state level. It is embarrassing that full disclosure, time of taping, we don't know what's happened to the Memphis legislator yet, but to remove 2 young black men from the state legislature is not the look you want from a state that tragically birthed the Ku Klux Klan 150 years ago.
Well, and they could go back as well. If they
they'll
win
be back in 2 weeks.
I think it's really put a spotlight on Tennessee, and not a very good spotlight on Tennessee. We've had a lot in the news recently, and I don't like the negative